Good afternoon, everyone, and welcome freshman parents to our virtual freshman orientation for the class of 2024. I'm Sean Butler. I'm one of the assistant principals.
I'm Mr. Bruner, the other assistant principal, and welcome, like Mr. Butler said, to class 2024.
Just like to have a couple quick introductions. We have three teachers that I see on here. Starting with Ms. Johnstone, could you introduce yourself?
Hi, I'm Ellie.
Hi.
Hey, what's
my
up?
name is Ms. Johnstone. How are you doing, Eleanor? My name is
Hi,
Ms.
Eric.
Johnstone. I teach art here at Ferndale High School, as well as CASA. I was one of the teachers for the Bridge program, so some of you look very familiar. I see your names. Hi, and welcome. I'm so excited for you to join our Ferndale family.
Thank you, Ms. Johnstone. And just students, if you could all just mute your mic. We're going to open up the chat box shortly. And if you have any questions at any time, please just type in those questions in the chat box and we will answer all those questions at the end. Again, we're going to record this so that this will be posted so that you can see it afterwards. Let's go to a couple other teachers. Miss Oliver is here. Could you introduce yourself? Charlotte, you're muted. And last, we have Miss Gazicki.
Hi, everybody. I'm Ms. Gazicki. I'm the strategic English teacher at Ferndale High School. And along with Ms. Johnstone, I was also with the Bridge program. I see some familiar faces warming my heart. Super excited. I'm also going to be the new Avid elective teacher. So if any of you are in there, remember me because we'll be seeing a lot of each other here coming up. Welcome to Ferndale, everybody.
Okay, Miss Oliver, can you go ahead and try again? See and introduce yourself. Your mic wasn't on last time.
Hi, sorry about that. This is Miss Oliver. So much for being a business and technology teacher. It was kicking me out of the call. So anyway, welcome to Ferndale High School. You may have seen me on Monday when we were doing, or no, Wednesday when we were doing photos for your IDs. And welcome to Ferndale High.
All right, so boys and girls and parents, we're going to go through a quick presentation. And if you have questions, you can type them in the chat room. We'll be answering them in the chat room as well as in the at the end of the program here today. Okay, again, welcome to Freshman Orientation. Again, if you have any questions, here are the email addresses for Miss Isaac, who is our new principal, Mr. Bruner, and myself, and as well as the high school's line.
Go ahead with the conference.
Our counselors are Miss Ellis and Miss Wiley, and if your last name begins with the letters A through I, then you'll be with Miss Ellis for your high school career, and J to Z, you'll be with Miss Wiley. They are going to be very important this year as we are going to be using them even more with the online learning platform to help you out, help you through problems, help you through issues. We realize, boys and girls and parents, that this is going to be, there's going to be some difficulties with online learning. And we are going to be doing everything we can to support you and help you out. And we really need you guys to be getting in touch with us. Mr. Bruner and I and Miss Isaac will be reaching out to kids throughout the semester. But there's a lot of times where you may have a problem. And hey, no problem is too small. Don't think, oh, well, that's not that important. Everything is important. Shoot us an email. Shoot us a text. We will get back to you. Mr. Bruner and I spent half the summer driving to people's houses, dropping off computers, helping kids get signed on. We will be doing that all semester. So again, do not hesitate one bit. Our support staff is made up of the following people. Those of you that were at the middle school, you remember Mr. Gordon, who is the restorative practice coach there. We're in the process of hiring a new one, and once we have that person on board, we'll be introducing them and getting that information out to you. Ms. Schenk, our SRO, Ms. Hanson, who's in charge of our youth assistants, and our social worker and school psychologist, Mrs. Kelly and Ms. Houghton.
Okay, everyone, these are some of the things that in order to have a successful freshman year, some of the things you should be doing. Attend every day in the morning time. So a little bit later, we're going to go online schedule on what that looks. But it's important that you're up on time, that you're present, that you're interested, and that you're being engaged. Learn about the requirements. We also want to know information of requirements because you guys are not in middle school anymore, you're in high school, so it's a big difference.
I can't do it. It is.
Learn about school activities and get involved. We'll talk about that later. Also, take responsibility. Begin tracking your own high school progress. You guys are now in high school where our main focus is independence and responsibility, and that's what he means by taking ownership of your learning and your progress. Next, study hard and take advantage of what we have to offer. At the very beginning, as you can see, Mr. Butler, myself, Ms. Oliver, Ms. Kazicki, Ms. Johnstone, Ms. Isaac, those are just some of the few areas of support that we have to offer. So we're going to get more into that, so the things you can do to help you have a successful freshman year.
Okay. Attendance is very important, and it's going to be a little different with the online platform. And in a few minutes, we're going to go through what your daily schedule will look like. But there were a lot of you today that signed on to this meeting about 4 and 5 minutes before. That would be the expectation for you this year. Getting off to a good start is so critical for freshmen. So when you know you have your class periods, sign on before, be ready. Attend every single session. If you have, some student asked last time, I have an orthodontist appointment. Well, if you have a doctor's appointment or something like that, it's just like regular school. You'll call in to the office, the attendance office. But this year, especially being online, we want you to email your teacher saying, hey, you know, Mr. Hike, I won't be in class today because I have a doctor's appointment. That way the teacher can send you that information. That teacher knows you weren't there. That can help you out to make sure the information you missed that you are getting caught up.
Let me add as well, however, if you're going to be absent for a day, it is still the parents that must call our attendance office number to let us know that you're going to be absent. Again, Mr. Butler is saying notify your teacher so you can get to the information to them faster and they can reply back quicker. However, if a parent is calling you off from being out of school and you won't be able to attend online classes, it's important that our parents call the attendance hotline number to make it official.
Once you put it on, you guys fine.
Okay, so we're going to go through the schedule right now. And this is every week. We're running what's essentially a block schedule, where if you look at Mondays and Wednesdays, the schedules are the same, and Tuesdays and Thursdays, the schedule are the same. Each morning, we expect you to be up between 8:15 and 8:30 to have breakfast and check your email. Email is going to be critical this year because teachers are going to be sending out a lot of information that way through Google Meets, Google Classroom, all that kind of stuff. And that is going to be the most smooth form of communication between teachers and the students. There will also be information that the district will be sending out. So we really need you to check in that and get into that habit now. From 8:30 to 9:15, we're going to be providing resources for you to be doing different types of brain and body activation. These will be activities that will get you physically moving, that will get you mentally moving and ready for the day's work. 9:15 to 10 o'clock is called asynchronous work. That you can kind of look at that as independent work time. You'll have time to do your assignments, time to study for tests, time to do different things for your classes. But each day, starting at 10 a.m., you'll have your first class. It'll go from 10 to 11. Now, most of the time, the teachers will probably go 30 to 40 minutes, and then they'll be breaking up into groups, and you'll be doing different types of work. That'll vary on teacher to teacher. After that, from 11 to 12, you'll go to your next class. Mondays and Wednesdays, first and third hour. Tuesdays and Thursdays, second and fifth. Then you'll have your normal lunch period. Come back And on Monday and Wednesdays is independent reading time. You'll have different things that you can read, but we also suggest that if you're interested in something, say you're interested in gaming or skateboarding or sports or music, you have magazines, read something that interests you. We want you to have some type of reading that you enjoy that will strengthen your reading. Then from 1 to 2, you'll have your next class, which will either be 6th or 7th hour. And then you'll have time from 2 to 3:15 to be doing your assignments, to be doing your work, and then other independent reading. If you look to Friday, there are office hours. And what that is, the teachers will have set times where you can come in to a Google Meet and get the help that you need, to get extra help, to ask questions. Teachers may be doing makeup work, makeup tests, whatever it may be. The other part is, even though they have their office hours, if you are having any type of questions with teachers or you need any information, email that teacher, set up a time. There is time built into these daily schedules where the teachers can meet with small groups, can meet with individuals to help them through. We want to make sure that as difficult as spring may have been, that this fall we have this online learning thing down and that the students are getting the help they need and the teachers and our staff are going to provide it.
All right, how do I earn a diploma? Pass all required classes and earn 24 credits. So I'm going to explain how high school differs from middle school now. Each class you take is worth half of a credit. So in your first semester, you guys will have 6 classes. If you pass all 6, that means you have a total of 3 credits. In the second semester, if you pass all 6, that means you have a total of 6 credits for the first school year. So if you think about it, in 4 years, if you're offered 6 credit for a whole school year, 6 freshmen, 6 sophomores, 6 juniors, 6 seniors, that's 24 credits. So that means you don't have room for error when it comes to failing any classes. You got to do the best you can to pass all your classes. Next slide, Mr. Butler. So graduation requirements, these are classes you have to have in order to pass and graduate at Ferndale High School. So English, you will have an English class every semester that's worth half a credit, so 4 classes altogether. Same thing required of math. Typically in 9th grade, you guys will have Algebra 1, first semester and second semester. In science, 3 credits, so that's a total of 6 classes throughout your duration here at Ferndale High School. Social studies, same thing, 3 credits, total of 6 classes. Health, half a class, 1 class, which is half a credit. Same thing with physical education, 1 class. Visual, applied performing arts, 1 credit, which is 2 classes. World languages, 2 credits, which means a total of 4 classes. Computers online learning experience, and that is half a credit. And again, Ms. Oliver leads that program as well. And electives, you have 5.5 classes, 5.5 credits for electives. So that's 11 classes, but here's the key. You want to take your electives. You want to enjoy your electives. You want to pick class that you enjoy that gives you a little bit of flexibility outside your core subject area classes like English, math, science, and social studies. But in order to enjoy your electives, you have to pass your core classes, because if your electives, if you start to fail classes, you're going to have to pass those classes at some point in time. We start to take away electives. We start giving summer school in. So you really don't want to start off on that bad track. FHS 9th grade program, English 9, Algebra 1, Physics first, U.S. history, then you get 2 electives and an impact hour. So that's what a typical freshman schedule would look like. Go ahead, Mr. Butler.
So we talk about making sure you're checking your credits, making sure you're ready to graduate. So you're freshmen, what you did in middle school, if you didn't do well or if you did well, it really doesn't matter. Right now, what matters is what you do these next 4 years. Your diploma is worth gold. A high school diploma is critical to success in life, no matter what you do, whether you want to go into the workforce, military, or college. It doesn't matter. You have to get this high school diploma. So we really, that's why you hear us stressing this. Work hard. These classes count now in high school. And we're not trying to scare you. We're just telling you that, hey, middle school, you could fail a class and it doesn't really hurt you long term, where now it does. So we want to make sure that you're doing your best. We want to see you strive for A's and B's, but as long as you're doing the best you can do And I've said this for as many years as I've been in the high school. Any student that shows up to every class, works hard, talks to the teacher when they're in trouble, you're going to learn enough information to pass the class. And we want to make sure that you're doing that. If you do fail a class, you've got to get on it right away. We had a number of seniors this year taking 5 online credits, busting their tails for 16 hours a day for 2 weeks to try to get enough credits to graduate. Please don't put yourself in that position. If you find yourself failing a class, let's get with your counselors. Let's get a plan. Let's get that going right away. Go ahead.
One thing I would also say is notify Mr. Butler and myself. We'll do whatever we can. Do not wait till the last minute, get to January and say, I'm failing. It's too much pressure. I can't get this done. No, give yourself checks and balances. After a month, see how you're doing. 2 weeks later, see how you're doing. If you feel like you're getting behind or it's getting too much, let your counselors know. Get in touch with me and Mr. Butler immediately. And again, we'll help you court a plan of action to help you stay on course and pass your classes. How can I stay on track? Again, check in with your counselors regularly. That could be through email, a phone call, any modes of communication. Keep track of the class you pass and graduation requirements. Again, these are things that are listed on our website. Again, you can talk to your counselor. Contact me and Mr. Butler. We'll definitely get you that information. Keep track of your credits. Again, 6 credits. You need to average 6 credits a school year in order to make sure you're passing at the end of your senior year. Pass all your classes. Do not leave it up for error. Again, if you're struggling, the earlier we know, the better we have the opportunity to help you. And your teachers will help you get across, and they can provide you that support. Makeup credits you can attend. Summer school online classes, where you guys are obviously in a unique situation that we're going to be all online right now. But over time, that can be tough. So again, I just can't push how many times is to try your best to make sure you pass your classes that you have.
So you have a lot of options once you graduate. And the thing that we say every year is high school goes by in a blink of an eye. 4 years may seem like a long time now, but if you ask your parents, older brothers and sisters, aunts, uncles, hey, how long did high school last? They're going to say it's over before you know it. So it's real important that you start thinking about, hey, where am I going from here? Am I looking to go to a 4-year college, a 2-year college, voc or tech school, military, or into the workforce? It doesn't matter what you do. That's your journey. We're here to support whatever your goals are, but it starts with getting that diploma. It starts with getting your high school degree. And we really want to make sure that we are doing everything we can to help you. You know, you're going to hear this a lot from your teachers and throughout the world. Hey, online learning is difficult. Online learning isn't the same, but we're going to work our tails off. The district's been working 7 days a week to develop programs, curriculum, so that we make sure we're giving you guys the best material and the best teaching to get you ready to reach your goals.
Okay, enrichment interventions. Mrs. Gazicki will talk about this a little bit later, but we offer intervention classes for support, math and reading labs. Impact 30, so you have your impact class. Instead of 30 minutes, a typical school day would be 30 minutes, 4 days a week, Monday, Tuesday, Thursday, and Friday. However, we're going to do it twice a week. I believe it's Tuesday and Thursday for an hour at a time for your social emotional learning and health. Fit, focus, instruction time. That will be where you can meet up with teachers for extra support as well. Teachers will talk about that more once you get into your classes. Restorative practice coordinator. If you're having situations where you're having conflict resolutions, it could be you and another student, you and other students. It could be you and another teacher that you don't see eye to eye and you can't come to common ground. That's our restorative practice coordinators for you. Reach out to restorative practice coordinator, and they have ways to help you work through conflict resolution to come with solve things amicably. All right, and allow you to have your voices heard. Tutoring for free, we offer that. Teachers will be available after school to meet with you in tutoring if you need that support, even online. We'll talk a little bit more about peer-to-peer, more likely when you get back into school. We have an early college program for you to look forward to later on, where you can actually earn credits in college while you're in high school. I just spoke with a student just now that's in that program. It's a wonderful program. You can actually have a 13th year of school, but receive 1 full year of credits at a college level. We have OTEC, STC, if you would like to do skills and have skills and trades outside of high school, you can go to the OTEC program. They teach you things like culinary arts, mechanic, shop, things of that nature. You learn skills that take you to a nice nice future. We have CASA, where we have classes that are considered enrichment classes, academics, and things like dancing that are a little bit above a typical school day. You can scroll down, Mr. Butler. And our Tri-County Educational Center, I'm sorry, I jumped a little bit. All right, you go ahead with that, Mr. Butler. I'm sorry. SAT.
It goes through a number of different things we have. The one I want to point out is the teacher office hours, and we already talked about this a little bit, but really making sure you're taking advantage of getting in those office hours. Even if you don't have questions, listen to what other kids have questions with, or listening to the teacher talk a little more in detail about different things. We have different things that we're going to be doing. You got your youth assistants, and unfortunately, a lot of this stuff will be coming back online when we are in school. But again, I mean, I've put it 3 times up here, those virtual teacher hours, really making sure you're getting in there. So one of the things that we're working on right now, and it's clubs, activities, athletics, and different things. It's real important to get involved. Now, obviously, that looks different right now. We are looking at things called pop-ups, where different teachers will be having different activities set up, social distancing outside, where we can do things such as singing together, playing instruments together, music. We're looking at, from the athletic and physical education departments, we are looking at Mr. Workchesky, Mr. Gregg, Mr. Garland, myself, different types of training. I got coaches that'll be working with kids. Once we can get safe point in our community, we're going to be adding different things once we are safely allowed to do that. And I know, boys and girls, it's terrible. I've got a daughter that's a senior. It's a horrible time for you, but we are going to work our tail off to make sure you can do it. But again, our number one priority is that you're learning and that you're safe.
Okay, everybody, remember the administrative team, myself, Mr. Butler, Ms. Isaac, the principal, your counselors and teacher are here to support you, all right? Everyone is available, whether it's like, again, through email, whether it's, we'll set up these type of meetings as well, Zoom meetings as well, Google Meet meetings, email, phone calls. We're able to help you. And all I can tell you and I can express is do not wait to the last minute. Do not get yourself in a pinch where you're going to feel anxiety and difficulty to get through. If you start to have trouble, just let us know immediately, and we're going to do the best we can to help you. All right, Ms. Kazicki, if you'd like to share anything from this point on.
Yeah, if you just, I can touch upon the interventions since I'm the strategic English teacher here, and then we also have strategic math offered. So those are classes that are entirely designed just to help fill in any gaps or provide strategies and tools for reading, writing, math that help work with your English, with your math classes, also all across the board, because of course we're using problem solving and literacy strategies all over. So, and so I'm the strategic English teacher. Those of you who are in the Bridge program met Miss Haddad. She is the strategic math teacher. So you can look out for us, or of course, if anybody ever needs any help with any of that, like we've said a million times, but your teachers will definitely go completely out of their way to make sure, especially in this unique time, that you are getting the support that you need.
And I see her on. I'd like right now to introduce our principal, Miss Isaac, and have her introduce herself.
Hi, everyone. I'm so excited to be joining the Ferndale High School team. So excited for our freshman class to be joining. We're onboarding together. So I'm looking forward to partnering with you and getting to know each one of you. And I plan to be popping into some of our online classrooms. And so I look forward to connecting with each of you. Just as Mr. Butler, Mr. Bruner, and everyone has shared, you know, we're here to support you, and we can't wait to be part of your journey here at Ferndale High School. Thanks, Mr. Butler.
Thank you. Ms. Johnstone, while we have you, are you able to call in?
I'm here. Is there anything in particular particular you'd like me to talk about or share?
You can say how wonderful me and Mr. Butler are, Ms. Johnstone.
Oh my gosh, the best. So one thing I must say about Ferndale and why I think it is such a awesome place to learn is because when we say Ferndale family, we're not making it pretty and fluffing it up. We truly mean family. So whether you're going through a hard time, we're gonna be there to back you up. Great to reach out to your teachers, make those connections, build those relationships, and have fun while doing it.
Ms. Oliver, anything you'd like to share or contribute to before we start answering questions?
I think I'm actually pretty good. I think you covered most of it. I just want to, again, welcome all of you to Ferndale Schools. I actually am a graduate of Ferndale Schools myself and have been a part of Ferndale Schools for many, many years. And I've been at the high school for I think I'm going on my 24th year at FHS as an educator. So I've been around the block a little while, and I'm responsible for a few of the clubs and organizations, and am a big component of or proponent of joining a club and getting involved, whether it be athletics or otherwise. So if you are thinking about looking at getting involved in something, just reach out to me if you're not sure what might be a good fit, and we can talk about your interests and I can maybe steer you in the right direction. But welcome to Ferndale High.
Thank you, Ms. Oliver. Okay, if you have any questions, go ahead and start typing them in the chat room. I'll bring up a few questions that were asked in the last presentation. Your schedules will be available Monday on MyStar, so you can check your schedules, see who your teachers are, see what classes you have. And the one thing we really want to talk about is, at your home learning station, set a station where you're comfortable seating, where you have the ability to write, where you have the ability to see the screen so that the teachers can see you clearly, and that you are in a place that you feel comfortable to learn.
Also, if you guys did not make it up here Wednesday to take your student IDs, come up here next Thursday, August 27th, between 10 and 12 o'clock, right outside the student parking lot, near the orchestra door. Come up there. We'll make sure you get your IDs taken. If you need Chromebooks, we're giving Chromebooks out. You guys can go online and fill out a form online. Go on our website. They have up until 4 o'clock today, and most likely times next week as well if you need a Chromebook. And again, you guys are a week away from starting school, a little over a week away from starting school. Get into those healthy habits. Have fun today. Have fun this weekend. Starting next week, I would try to start going to bed at a normal time. Stop staying up 2 or 3 o'clock in the morning, because you guys start school August 31st. So it's time to be responsible, independent, start make sure you're getting to bed on time, waking up refreshed, engaged, and ready to go.
Does anybody have any questions? Please type them into that chat box and we'll get to them right away. Okay, well, understand you guys being a little bit nervous and shy, but please, like we said, don't be. When you have a problem, no matter how small you may think it is, shoot one of us an email, call us, text us. We will get right back to you. That's something that the administrative team here at the high school takes great pride in, is that you will not go long without a response. So what about gym? You will be having phys ed classes. Yep, those will be online. Mr. Garlow and Mr. Gregg have curriculum and different activities that you guys will be doing that is going to be pretty cool. So the pop-up classes, those are things that we are looking at. For example, what do you call it? The quartet. Mr. Moy may say, you know what? Tuesdays at 3 o'clock, 3:30, or when he'll set the time. Can you show up to the practice baseball field? We'll have chairs spaced out and we can go ahead and do things. We've talked about, I'm considering doing a yoga class. Believe it or not, I have been doing yoga, and we're looking at doing different things like that. And again, it'll all be within the safe health requirements teachers may be throwing different things. Those are ideas that teachers are working on now. Our teachers have 4 days of planning next week, and that is going to be one of the topics of discussion for those teachers that have that ability. Yeah.
So the question was, who are the counselors again? Miss Ellis, Miss Wiley. So if your last name begins with A through I, Miss Ellis will be your counselor. And if your last name is J through Z, it will be Mrs. Wiley.
Orchestra and band, we will have all classes will be online.
How about orchestra and band? All classes with orchestra and band will be online. So look forward to hearing from Mr. Jameson and Mr. Moy. So you will be having classes online. Why did Ferndale eliminate the cross country and men's tennis programs?
Yeah, so we haven't eliminated them. We've just suspended them now at this time. The fall athletics are on hold. We're hoping the governors will go to phase 5, but at this point, we've operated out of safety and that we are going to hold off on athletics, band, and the extracurriculars at this time. Brain activation, that is, you'll be getting different brain and physical activities. You'll be getting links and different things from your teachers to do that will hopefully get your brain and body moving right before you start your first classes.
Anything else?
Yeah, ask
I'm gonna wrap it up. Yes,
That's Ms. Isaac. We will be sending links and teachers will be giving you different things to keep your brain and body moving.
Okay. All right, everybody. If you guys don't have any more questions, Mr. Butler and I are going to say arrivederci. With that being said, again, feel free to send us any emails or phone calls. Let us know if you got any questions or concerns. We'll do our best we can to answer. Again, you got Ms. Oliver, Ms. Johnstone, and Ms. Gazicki. They are the 9th grade bridge program. They do anything you can to help. And Ms. Isaac, of course. But again, we want you guys to enjoy the rest of your summer. You got a little over a week to enjoy yourself, and then let's get ready to get started August 3rd. Looking forward to seeing everybody August 31st.
Welcome to Ferndale High School, everybody.